know? This is a true life story. I saw this. A guy was getting married years back. This guy was going to get married Friday night stroke the Saturday of his wedding. He went to drink with his friends and they all slept off in a beer parlor. It was around past 7 in the morning that they tapped him. Today is your wedding day. He couldn't brush. He couldn't bath. He just did ablution, wash his face, wash his hand, wore the suit, was not tight. He had to take bike to the venue of the wedding. When they said it was time for the groom to kiss the bride, the mouth was so smelly, the wife had to pull aside. But you know what? We all see all those red flags, but want to marry regardless. And that's why I'm saying, in the body of Christ and in our local churches, we must learn to normalize breakup. There's nothing deep about breakup. Okay? Somebody in the media has broken up in choir. Let them do their duty as unto the Lord. And don't be a witch to be asking, we are not seeing both of you together. What's your business? Since we've known you, we've not seen you with somebody too. Are you following what I'm saying? And let me tell you, before you start posting pictures, be sure. Okay? But I know what I'm saying. You know why? There's absolutely nothing wrong in people being in the same place knowing that you're a good person, but this can't work. Sometimes 2 good people can't work. And it is only normal. And if 2 good people can't work, they should go separate ways and still serve the Lord. Let's normalize breakup. You will not marry rubbish. That somebody chatted you up and the chat was long doesn't mean he likes you. That you chat into the night every time doesn't mean he loves you. Nobody is committed to you until they have said it. And that you started dating last week does not mean he's your fiance. Meet my fiance. Person where you never said to. The block we are using to build this relationship is not even dry. You don't have a pool roof. Somebody you met last week, how many children will we have? How can you be the one deciding for the man that you'll only cut for a few months then marry? Man. Once we start now, 5 months, we are married. And now you the decider. Then the fellow is still saying, I'm trying to put this together 1 year. You are frustrated. Haste, impatience. It doesn't matter how excited you are about a person. Take it slow so it can last. The thing is not dried. It's on WhatsApp status. My boo. They will boo you. My boo. The one that makes my heart tingle. The speed for WhatsApp of you. Some people just want a relationship so they can prepare others too. Just so they can post. And they will go through his Facebook to look for the best picture where it doesn't look like an Indian smoker and pick that one out. Say my own gift from the Lord. Who told you that you the gift? Who told you that the gift is for you? How many people did we call gifts now? Somebody else married them. Be patient. Know people. Know who they are. Study their values. Study their orientation. So you don't meet a path you should not meet. Observe. Observe people. Take your time. Are you with me? Don't get too excited that you forget to take your time. Except you love pain, you will always jump into conclusion, jump into people, and then you meet sledgehammer all the time. And then you keep making conclusion. And these church people say, all the church people, you are the one who is not patient. You may go through breakup and celebrate the fact that you didn't feel it. You are not healthy. It means you don't know how to love. It means you were never vulnerable. You never gave your all. That's what it means. You were never in it. The fellow was dating himself. Or I said, people, when they move on sharp. Following day, they already gisting. Nick, how you did? They were never healthy. People can be outside the relationship for 3 years. They've not entered. They will gist to the person, tell the person what the person wants to hear. But when they look at the person, there's no connection. You can make a doctrine out of it and say marriage is not by love. I can tell you, any marriage that you do by agape is prison. Agape, sister in the Lord. When I look at you, the only thing I feel like doing is we should pray. Abi? Say you don't have to feel anything for the person. Once God speak, you move. Abi? We'll counsel you later. It won't be long. I promise you. Less than 6 months to be back. There must be. Don't let religion bamboozle you. If the person who is counseling you tells you that, ask the person, was that how you married? In case the person says yes, tell the person, I'm not you. Many of you don't have ex. You only have people who are tempted to love you. You can't give what you don't have. You have to ask yourself a question. Can you love genuinely? Do you have the capacity to love a person? Giving your all. Being vulnerable. Knowing that love is you empowering the person to walk out of your life or stay, and knowing that you will be pained when they leave, and yet you choose to empower the person. Many of you have never been in a relationship before. You just don't know. Throughout that 3 years relationship, is Brother Samson and Sister Joy. Brother Samson, how you doing? I'm fine. Sister Joy, did you have your morning devotion today? Say, I did. Wow, the Lord is good. Brother Samson, you won't believe. I saw this in the book of Nehemiah, and this, you're deceiving yourself. You are not in love. The person you claim to love, or you don't communicate. If you don't talk for 3 days, you don't miss the person. Is that love? You can use religion and Bible study to cover. The day somebody who touch your heart comes, you know you can communicate. Say, I'm just not the talking type. You are not in love. Anywhere there's love, there's communication. Attention breeds affection. When attention is missing, affection dies. I'm just not the talking type. Don't marry that person. Don't marry somebody you don't love to frustrate the person's life. Be careful of importing other people's pain into your own life. Leave them with their experience. Let them learn their lesson. You follow God, okay? Your mom's pain is unique to her marriage. Leave it there. The counsel that comes from that pain will create your own. It is not a way to be vigilant. It matters who is counseling you. If the person is bleeding, you bleed. Nobody is qualified to counsel until they are healed. Sometimes some homes were going well until the parent came in. It was the mom that called the guy. So you are cooking. This woman have used your head to wash plates. Look at your life. And the man is just being, if he eats, he should cook once in a while and make the wife happy. He doesn't have issue with it. The wife does not, but the mom does. Meanwhile, she would have wished her own husband was doing the same, but he did not. And this home will now be destroyed. Who are you taking counsels from about your wife, about your husband? People are shielding their own. You keep exposing yours. Don't mind him. He's a useless man. Or don't mind her. It's a very this. No, shield your home. Unless you are in the place of those that are counseling you for the purpose of healing. Not around friends. I have one major place I cannot step in my life. Hairdressing salon. My wife said, I want to make my hair. God go with you. One time I went there. The women were describing how their husbands were sleeping with them. To people who like the husband. Later they will wonder why their home is breaking. Somebody's friend is counseling the person against the husband. Then go and marry the husband when the person leaves the husband. Protect your home. Be careful. It matters who is counseling you. Don't let those that are broken theirs break yours. We have to call these things the way they are. There are 3 stages in every marriage. Number 1, I call it the initial gragra. That phase 1 comes with something people don't prepare for. It's called culture shock. When myself and my wife got married, it took me close to 3 months to really now say that I'm a married man. Because I thought the feeling would change. I would just now feel married. I didn't know you not feel married though. I'll be inside the bedroom. My wife say, I want to come. Come in where? I've locked the door. I want to change. I'll go to another room, visitor's room to change. A girl in my space. She'll come and say, I'm your wife. I say, I know, but I'm still adjusting. So there's culture shock. Okay? But there's the second phase, which is the adjustment phase. Having seen different things, you now start adjusting to your reality. Adjusting to the fact that this person snore like a generator and no amount of prayer can stop it. Have you seen when a woman remove wig? Look again and say, that's it. You are shocked. Say, I'm married now. And they start washing the makeup, all the eyebrow, all the things you are seeing. They remove the contact lens. You better make sure that what brought you is more than marriage. Not like a father rice. No matter how hard you try, you go chop stone. So select your own stone in peace. You go still chop. If you know they snore, something else go happen. There's the adjustment phase. And sometimes it can be tough. There are things that you have said I will never adjust to, and later you say that, okay, for the sake of peace. Then there's the final phase, which is called the phase of acceptance. Now, let me tell you, acceptance phase doesn't mean that this fellow has changed. Acceptance phase is, now I have agreed, this is what I married. You can enter acceptance phase early, you can wait till 60. The day you accept that, see, this is who my spouse is. Once you know this, know it and know peace. The moment you say, I will change my spouse, frustration mode activated. Once people enter the acceptance phase, this is what I've married, your peace has started. Listen to what I'm saying. It doesn't matter what the mistakes have been, how bad the home has been. You can build again. You can start again. Start loving each other. Speaking words of affirmation, words of strength, words of hope. You can start again. Start by taking each other out. Join hands together in the place of prayer. You can't pray for a person or pray with a person and not love the person. That's why the devil will do everything to fight family altars, that the both of you can kneel down and join hands. It's your wife. Even Og, and value meetings that bring spouses together. We have no idea of how therapeutic they are. Value meetings. When was the last time you kissed your wife? Always 0 to 100. When was the last time you hugged your wife and just release words in the morning? Bless each other. You are blessed. I bless you as a priest. Women, bless your spouse. I bless you as your wife. I pray for you. What you do will prosper. You advance on all sides. You will not die. We will live long for each other. Release the blessings. Put the enemy on the flight. Oh, forever God will keep us for each other. We heal from every dysfunctionality. We'll win at the end of the day. We'll not lag behind. In the name of Jesus, release those words. In our days, families will be healed again. Families will be healed. There will be wholeness. We will raise proper children. Because the kind of children that will face the world we are in now, we must raise them as weapons deployed. Are you following what I'm saying here? We must get it right. Love is never really love until there are options. If you are the only girl in the world, the guy has no option. If there are many other persons and they choose to love you, then that's love. Is that clear now? That is the same reason why when the devil rebelled against God, God never dematerialized him. Why will God give the devil the ability to rebel against him? Why will God give man the ability to sin or not to sin? You are not a robot. You must be made to choose. When the devil sinned and rebelled against God, if God was insecure, God will destroy him immediately. But God never did. God allowed him convince as many angels as he wants to convince. Meaning that they had a choice to follow or not to follow. And the Bible said he still drew 1/3 of the stars of heaven. Even in heaven, there was war. If God had dematerialized the devil for daring to come against him, then God had something to hide. He never did. He allowed him. Allow evil to run its full course so that he can know those who love him. You are running a business and you see there's crisis. God made heavens and the earth. The earth was without form and void. In heaven there was war. Jesus had 12. 1 betrayed him. In John 21, 8 went back to fishing. In Act 1, all of them were asking him, have you come to restore the kingdom back to Israel? They still didn't know the mission statement. And yet that was the most powerful ministry ever. What have you done that you say you are failed? How old are you? The earth has been existing for thousands of years. And yet there are still issues. You are 40, 50, 30, 20 something. They are failed. At what age? Bounce back, my friend. What do you mean? Tell your neighbor, bounce back! People speak from what they have gone through. If they can bring a philosophy out of it, you will go through it if you accept it. Yes. The one who is telling you, never believe men. Men are wicked. Men are this. You take that. You have a man who is not that. Your fear will create it out of that man. Fear makes monster out of people. You will react to him as a monster that he is not, and it will become. Because you are creating, you are reacting, you are talking. You are speaking things. You are spewing things. Who is in pain that is educating you? We know when we check the time you are hot. Many of you have saved many unquotable quotes on your phone. The day somebody does something to you, you flip it out and post it. That is an education. It has schooled you wrongly. When you were fine, we didn't know you believe those things. When you are hot, don't type. Don't post. Don't put status. You will say rubbish because you have saved the words of those who are in pain. They are now your educators. Don't let them educate you. Pain wants to educate people. Many philosophies, many books are sad. There are many sad books. The fact that it is a book does not make it good. Africans, are you with me? The fact that it is a book does not make it good. It is not everything you see in quotable that is for you, that is for a believer. Some quotable quotes are sad. They are postulated by bitter people. I'm a feminist to the core. All the boys coming to your life, I cannot do this to a man. Your gas, then they marry, give their husbands breakfast in bed, but they will educate you because you will like anything that gives you the bandwagon effect because of low self-esteem. What everybody is saying, let me join them too. Refuse the education of pain. Be educated with the spirit of love. Sometimes the final attempt to love a person is to let them go and let somebody who value them marry them. If you know you will make this person's life miserable, lose the person and let the person go. Don't ask what people say. This girl is good, or you don't seem to like her genuinely. She's somebody's prayer point and more. Somebody will be able to fight the entire world for her. Why should you manage such a person? If you know the number of people who are married and wishing to be single, you will not rush. If you know the number and those who are secretly praying that their spouse should die because they can't divorce, if you don't believe what I'm saying, can you imagine? A man was sick. They were running to make everything fine. This so that the man can get better. The wife calls the person, say, leave him, let him die. They let him die. His life is too much. Marriage can't be just because you saw the person in a dream. The dream must align. Religion will make a miserable marriage out of you. Don't let anybody deceive you. Are you following what I'm saying? Once counsel the woman who's married to a billionaire. They have G-Wagons, Rolls Royce, but the man he married is the narcissist. You see, that word I just mentioned now, watch out for it. A narcissist will afflict you and still make you feel that you should be grateful you have them. The man made sure that this woman does not have 1 naira for her account. Anywhere she wants to go in the world, they will take her there. No personal account number. He's in charge. You want to marry a rich man, there is a rich fool too, and he's rich. Nabal was rich. You know Nabal, that guy that was foolish. Don't marry a spouse as a dealing from God. God was dealing with me, so he gave me this person. God wanted to deal with something in my life, so Mr. Dealer. May you not marry and regret marrying the person